Hi there, I'm Doug from Vector Yachts in Sydney, British Columbia. Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about your marine head. There's quite a few different styles, types that we deal with and service daily. One of the heads that we service regularly is the Sealand vacuum flush type. A lot of thought went into servicing and simplicity of part changes. So what happens with the Sealand vacuum flush toilet commonly is the bowl seal, which holds the vacuum in until you actuate the flush lever or the flush button, depending on the type of toilet. It will slowly wear and develop a leak. And what will happen is your bowl will actually go dry. And once the bowl goes dry, it'll start letting air past the seal, and you'll lose your vacuum, and you'll constantly hear your vacuum pump firing up on your boat, running for a few seconds and shutting off, and then an hour or 2 hours, maybe 4 hours later, it'll go again, but nobody's used the head. And commonly, it's this bowl seal that causes you the leak. The way to test that is put water in the bowl. If the water disappears out of the bowl, you know you have a leak in that bowl seal. I'll just quickly demonstrate how that seal is changed. You remove the bottom cover from under your toilet. With the cover removed, we'll remove the valve system here. You don't have to. I'm going to pull it off just so it's not in my way. This valve system goes up and hooks to the back of the bowl. You can remove that off the back of the bowl so that we can lift the bowl out of the way to get access. A screw clamp goes around the bowl, just a regular screw clamp. You loosen that off, that clamp, you can drop down. The two half shells come off. From that, you can remove the bowl. Once the bowl is off, you have two rubbers. One's the seal, which seals against the ball, and this seals the toilet bowl against that seal. So there's two of them. The one thing you got to watch when replacing these is the bowl seal actually has this side up, and that's important because it's got a bit of a taper on that seal. It'll only go on one way. There's a lug to hold it on rotationally wise, but this side up will face you. Then the rubber seal. Make sure they're centered. And you can replace your bowl. Back on top. Looking down through the top, you can get it nice and centered. Your two half shells, they're designed in such a way that they hook together. Put those back over top of the bowl and the base. Bring your screw clamp back up over the center. Before you get your clamp completely tight, you can adjust your bowl slightly to make sure it's lined up properly in the against the cabin wall, or however cabinets, how you like it, and then finish tightening the clamp. You can tell if it's tight just by giving it a little wiggle. Replace your cover, snaps into place. Reattach your hose, and you're all done. So that's a bowl seal. There's many parts to the vacuum flush system. One of the other common vacuum flush system problems are what's called the duck bills. Your pump generates the vacuum, and it does so with a diaphragm and uses these duck bills as the check valves, if you will, so that the vacuum can build and hold. If you're losing vacuum and your water stays in the bowl, this is probably your next culprit. And on the vacuum flush pump, there's actually 4 of these duck bills, 2 on either side of the diaphragm, and we'll maybe show that in another video. So in your holding tank system on your boat, it's quite important to put some type of odor. It's not critical which type you use. I'm sure everybody has their favorite, but I think it's an important additive to put in your toilet to keep the scale from building up and obviously the odor down. You can get your the dry style. You don't have to worry about it dumping over and spilling in your cabinet or lazarette on the boat. This is the vacuum flush. The other style of toilet, which is very common, is the Japsco hand-operated discharge pump. These are about $100 to replace. We sort of recommend just replacing the whole toilet. You get a new toilet seat, you get a new bowl, you don't have to wear as many pairs of rubber gloves replacing the whole toilet as you might have to replacing just parts of the toilet. The other factor of marine heads is discharge or evacuating your tank. Most times people use a macerator or discharge pump, which is installed into the tank and discharge the waste overboard once you're within the legal offshore limits. This isn't my favorite. I prefer the Sealand discharge pumps, but all the discharge pumps do not like foreign objects. Sealand does have their own easily biodegradable toilet paper. Generally, you don't have too much problem with using regular household toilet paper, but if you've got a fussy system, sometimes it's worth the money to invest in the Sealand paper. So I hope this helps answer some of your common questions with the marine head, and feel free to give us a call if you have any questions. We're always there for you. Thank you very much.